Hey everybody, welcome back. Doing a character review video. This time it's for White Tiger of the Shadowlands team. And I will say, a little bit of a spoiler here, she seems really good. Stat-wise and kit-wise, I'm liking what I'm seeing. You know, she's got some stuff a little bit selfish, kind of self-contained somewhat, but what she's got, I really like. So anyone new to the channel, click the Discord link in the description below. That way you can kind of come by the community, chat with us, see what you're thinking. If you got questions, etc., try to do videos to kind of help the overall gameplay of Marvel Strike Force, and we do some other fun stuff with some MCU things too. So anyway, come by, check it out, and now on to White Tiger.
Bring me WolverThor!
Alright, so first we're looking at White Tiger's just general kit. This is something that we've got that goes on in the Ultron bot. You know, MSF.GG also has a really nice tool for this. I just like how this kind of reads. So I go through the Discord and I'll go through these. You can see her abilities here where you're likely going to use a special, then the ultimate, and then some basic for a little bit. But we're going to go through this in order. So her basic Rising Claw, attack primary target for 250% damage and apply heal block for 1 turn and defense down for 1 turn. This attack deals double damage to summoned characters. That's probably something where you're looking at, you know, defeating Marauders, anything that Sinister would clone. When this character performs a counterattack or assist, there's really only one assist. I think it's Night Nurse's special, I want to say. The counterattack from Daredevil's special is really where that comes from. So when this character performs a counterattack or assist, she applies defense down. She applies defense down for 1 turn and slow for 2 turns. And then this is consistent through all these guys, basically, whenever they're forced to attack each other, whether it's Emma's Blind ultimate or Mystique's ultimate. You know, they don't do a lot of damage. So the T-Force here gives her some extra 50% extra damage on this. The defense down for 2 turns, again, for both of these. That's not bad. Of all the T4s into this is probably the one I'm gonna have the lowest priority, but it's solid. The first turn ability here, and like all of these new characters, they're all kind of a T4 gated a little bit to be able to have the team operating properly. While you don't necessarily need this for the team to operate properly, the extra damage that you get here is pretty monumental. It's a first time use, it's the first turn ability. So all this additional piercing per Shadowlands ally, I mean, that's an additional 80%. So that's a lot of piercing, especially considering it's gonna bonus attack 2 to 3 times. I like that a lot. So I'm looking at the T4s here. I'm expecting this to hit pretty hard, and that's before it applies heal block and disrupted for 2 turns. That disrupted for 2 turns is honestly amazing. In war, it also applies ability block for 2 turns. So this is going to lock down somebody immediately first turn. So she's gonna go really fast. You'll see it in her passive when she's with Shadowlands. If you want to lock somebody down, say a Strife, this is where you're gonna do it. So this special, we're gonna really look at the focus on her. We need her focus to be high so that this can land and you get those ability blocks down just to kind of lock somebody up. Next up, we've got the, and by the way, no, it's not that one, it's this one, the Thrill of the Fight, the White Tiger. I really like what Scopely did with this, with some of the names. Thrill of the Fight ultimate, you expect to use this on your 2nd turn. Heal self for 40% of this character's max HP and clear 3 negative effects, and this is just for herself. Okay, she's not doing anything to anybody else. That's where I was saying she's a little bit self-contained, a little bit selfish. But the attack primary target for 460% damage and apply heal block again. So she's putting heal blocks all over the place. The T4s on this, you know, it's nice to get an extra 10% of the heal. That's huge, frankly. The 10% heal here, that's big. You're clearing all negative effects. Okay, it's a nice extra, but you're clearing 3 is pretty solid. But this 140% damage increase, that is huge. That is a huge damage increase, especially if she's got good damage stats. If she's anywhere in the top 15, top 20, oh my, this thing is going to be through the roof as far as rankings go. So I'll be looking to do this for sure for not only the heal, but this giant damage boost that could potentially take out a target if you're getting to that point. So I like the Thrill of the Fight in the White Tiger here. It's pretty sweet. Looking at the passive Eye of the Tiger, again, more Scopely jokes. This part in the bold here and underlined, that again is, you know, it's kind of, you know, look, it's Scopely T4 gating things, which is a little bit annoying, but, you know, is what it is. So this is the part where I was saying that she's going to go early, so you need this T4 that on spawn, she's going to fill her speed bar by 10% plus 5% speed bar per Shadowlands ally for herself and all Shadowlands allies. So you want this so that everybody on Shadowlands is potentially going before other people. So this T4 is probably going to be the most important T4 on this team. You have to do it with her passive so that people can get their turns going. On spawn, apply offense up for 2 turns to self and all Shadowlands allies. That's amazing. That's huge. On kill, fill speed bar by 40%. Obviously, it jumps up to 70% for the T4. To me, I think that's for any kill, not just her kills. Again, that means she's cycling and going through more and more and able to use her abilities. I love that that's not gated behind war. That could potentially lead to some fun PvP type situations. She gives additional 50% focus for herself and Shadowlands. In war, she's got resistance for herself and all Shadowlands, 30%, which is really nice. On war offense, gain 20% damage for self and all Shadowlands as well. So this passive is great. Without the, I mean, the T4 is required anyway, but all these other things are fantastic. Especially when we look in the stats, we're going to be looking at, you know, how high is her damage already? You know, how high is her focus already? You know, we really need her to land these heal blocks. We need her to land these disrupts and these ability blocks. Even these slows and defense downs. We want it, right? So her kit, I really like a lot. Don't be, you know, shy in investing in her if you get good reds on her, if you're going for Shadowlands. Again, we got to see the stats, but kit line, like she's checking all the boxes for me for a war offense type character. And she's got a little few things that I could see her potentially playing into some PvP. I even like some of the stuff she's doing for Dark Dimension, but you know, you're not gonna, she's city, you know what I mean? Symbiotes all day, every day. So, and you know, yeah, so I like her. So let's go check out the stats. All right, so now I've got this giant spreadsheet that I'm looking at for ranking everybody in the game as far as stat-wise go. It's got a baseline. I pull all these stats from msf.gg. The baseline stat is level 75, 7 yellow, 4 red, T14, and 25% Stark Tech. And then I put all those stats in here and I rank them per stat column and then get kind of an overall rank. White Tiger, you can see her just above my head right here. She comes in at 20th. That's, you know, that's really good. I was stoked to see this. I was not expecting this. I thought she was going to be a little bit lower. She's in the realm of Emma, Taskmaster, Crystal, Thing, Hela, Iceman, Ronin, She-Hulk. That's pretty good. So let's see how the stats rank as far as the things we brought up when we're looking at her kit. Health, 83rd, 164k. That's not bad. You know, she really only has one ability, that self-heal, that matters there. So I'm not losing any sleep over that. This damage rank at 8, oh my lord. That damage increase that I was talking about with the ultimate, are you kidding me? Like that, to me, for someone who loves damage increases for T4s, that by itself is making me want to make that an essential, because that thing is going to hit like a truck. She is going to be hitting so hard. The piercing damage she has, she's going to be wiping people out, in my opinion. I love what I'm seeing in the damage there. I love what the piercing increases, the 100% plus increase. Now, the armor drops her down a bit. Frankly, I'm not sure we really care all that much. You know, hopefully she doesn't get focused too hard, but because of this, she could be a bit squishy. So be careful with her. You know, if you don't have a lot of reds on her, you know, that could be problematic for you. And think about, like, you know, that 133rd, that means she'd be ranked even higher if that armor was better, okay? We talked about her focus. It's ranked 4th in the game. So all of that stuff we were talking about, and she gets an additional 50%. It's like, are you mad? She's literally landing everything. Nothing's gonna get resisted unless it's a huge gap, or, I mean, as far as gear goes, her focus check should be landing all day, and we really needed that for her check, for that disrupt, for those ability blocks first turn. This is what they missed when we were looking at Yelena Belova. You know, she just doesn't land what she needs to land. White Tiger, I think, is going to be opposite, and why I think you're going to find a lot of people are going to like what they see out of this team versus what they didn't get out of Skilletary, because this, with this opening, you know, and her landing things are going to work out. She's got a pretty good resistance, like seeing that. Her speed is only 50, but remember, her passive boosts everything up. so that makes a big difference. So she's going to be going pretty early, but you know, then slow off as it gets going, as the turns keep going. So her average rank is 51. Again, that's pretty solid. I mean, you look in this general range here, you know, stat wise, I like to look around that. So, you know, Symbiote, Spider-Man, Karnak, whatever, Captain Marvel, Shatterstar, Scream. I mean, this is good company as far as stats go. I'm really liking it. You know, from everything I see from her, I'm pretty high on her, honestly. And I think Scopely, if you're listening, when you do a team that's a war offense team that you really want to make sure they succeed, first, make sure you factor in deflex. Second, this is the type of thing you need to do with your opening character. You need to have high focus. You need to have high damage. You need to have high speed. It seems like you got the mark hit here. So we'll see how it all shakes out. You know, analyzing the videos with this team a little bit, it seemed like things seem to be okay. So I'm cautiously optimistic. So, you know, look, if you're thinking about, you know, if you're still spending on this game, I know we're all frustrated right now. I've lowered a lot of my, you know, store rankings and all that kind of thing. But, you know, this team seems to be like it might be starting off on the right foot with White Tiger and her kit and her stats. So hopefully this video helped. If you appreciated anything we put down here, again, Discord link in the description below. Hammer down that like button, click that notification bell, subscription button. You guys know how all that works. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.